Yeah, man. We are
That's
live here with the Micro Farmers, episode 5.
yes.
We should have saved this for Cinco de Mayo, but here we are.
Yeah.
It's 3-4-3-7. We're not even. There's no 5 in the date even. That's lame. Anyway, I'm John Dowie from Dowie MicroFarm. My buddy here is Drew Sample from Capital City Greens, and he usually throws in a bunch of DBAs and LLCs and stuff like that in there. But
We'll
I
just
don't know
keep
what
it Cap City Greens. You can follow me at Cap City Greens on Instagram.
Cool. So we come to you live today with no outline.
Yeah, we listen to the feedback. You guys need to be more congruent and just dial it in more. So we decided we wouldn't prep at all. So we knew what we wanted to. I think we both had a busy day, man. I think we've both been like, so March is the time for us to start picking it up. I mean, I'll actually send you photos, man. My room is finally full.
Did you?
No, I'm going to send you photos right now. That would have been smart. I was folding laundry that I haven't folded in 2 months. I decided I was not going to just live out of laundry baskets.
Well, I have big news to share today. I'm going to screen share. Are you ready? I'm going to try to screen share again. Hang on, let me set up the screen share. Here we go. The big news today. Ready?
Oh, walking.
Watch this shit. Oh, snap. There he goes.
Oh, look at that.
And then he laughs.
Awesome.
Ready? There you go.
That's awesome.
There you go. That's my big news for the day. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
That's his we're calling that his first steps, but it's actually his second, because moments before that he did something similar, but we didn't get it on video. So here we are. Anyway, for those of you listening on audio, watching on audio is impressive. Listening to the audio, that was my kid taking his first steps, kinda. He's only 8.5 months.
That's awesome.
We're screwed. Yeah. So anyway, that's what we were talking before we went live. We were discussing getting your head right in the morning.
Yeah.
Instead of just getting up and being shot out of a cannon like we probably both do. But I do get up and I drink coffee right away because there's no way that I'm doing anything else. And I take that time to play with my kid for like 45 minutes to an hour. And then I am fired out of a cannon. So that's what I do.
Interesting. Yeah, I had a nice routine for a long time, for many years, that I'd get up, I'd stretch, do like 20 minutes of meditation, and just really take like the first 45 minutes to kind of get myself right to go out in the world. That's to be before I use the bathroom or anything. And then I moved, and I kind of got out of that habit. Then I got more back into it and started other habits. So I'd stretch, do some breath work, do some meditation. You know what I mean? Right. Think about my day and with intention. And then I think pretty much once I fired Tim, that's when it all kind of, like, when I was like, oh, I got to move. Oh, I got to do this. Then it, like, ever since I've moved, it's been so hard to get back in the routine. And then even just with the farm itself, because now it's me that's, doing the planting. It's me, you know what I mean? Like doing jobs that I didn't normally do. That's been a little bit of a challenge too. Also switching soil, which we can talk about. And just stuff isn't getting done as fast. So like how exactly I plant, like I think it's gonna be more of a rolling schedule now versus like I plant this day and this day and I harvest this day and this day, which is what I used to do, because I'd rather, okay, these plants aren't ready yet, so I'm not going to harvest them, versus, well, it has to be this day because I'm on this schedule, rules our life, versus well, what's best for the customer.
That's something her and I mean, as far as schedules go, and like you mentioned, I think while we were live here, that it's March. And right. That was like the first thing you said. Yeah. It's March, and as a farmer in the Northeast, frankly, and I know you're not the Northeast, but it might as well be, where it's cold in the winter in the Northern Hemisphere. this is time. Like, it's get your ass in gear, right? And it's already the 7th. We're 7 days into this already. It's crazy. And like, I feel like a day ago it was like, wow, February's over, and now it's been a week.
Yeah, now
And
I mean, the first quarter is almost done with the year, which is
yeah,
even weirder.
so I do start getting my ass kicked right around now. We had the day yesterday where it was 60 degrees and sunny, and
Yeah.
I did the whole like, oh, it's here, it's time. I actually kind of took it easy. It was a Sunday, so I went down to my garage and just kind of hung out near the river and worked on barrels. I made rain barrels and stuff to sell. I made a couple $100 yesterday, which was nice. So the barrel thing that's another thing. So I added the barrels to my farm, to selling, the empty barrels, right? The used, recycled, upcycled. There's a nice douchey trendy term.
Yeah.
I added that to the farm. So I've added 2 things that go nuts in the spring,
That's
So,
I mean, that's awesome though. I mean, that's when
yeah,
you
it
need
is good.
cash flow.
It's a lot of time. I did this crazy trip to Peterborough, New Hampshire from Concord with IBC totes. You know what I'm talking about? The big totes in the cage. Okay.
Yeah.
That are like 4 feet tall, double stacked on my trailer with straps over them. it was kind of scary, but anyway, yeah. So I guess to bring that back around, it is important, I guess, that we figure out how to get our head straight so that we can be more productive. Like, for a long time, I was the night before sitting down with the wife and going, okay, what do I have to do tomorrow? Definitely. What has to happen the next day? And I was going like one day out, and then within 3 days out. So that's a little less likely to happen, but flexible, but stuff that needs to happen. And then like 7 days out. And really, whatever I was thinking about for the 7th day, I'm sure never really happened, but it still keeps it this like running to-do list in your head,
Yeah. But
and
also
that's
too, I
important.
think it's not, you're putting it out on paper too. I think that my issue, like, our
Oh, I
brains are
wasn't.
better for processing versus storage. My
Yeah.
buddy Brett Fanot from School Sucks, like, he always hits me with that. And actually, we did a call today in the mastermind, and that was like my pain point was I just feel super unorganized, and it's showing because it's like I have so many irons in the fire. It's like, what do I do next? And it's like this little shit, like fixing up shit around my house. What I still have unpacking to do, organizing to do, stuff I need to get rid of, and it's just taking the time to do that. And I've been spending so much time working that it's like I haven't had time to actually like go through that. I've just ignored it, and now it's like, oh, I got 2 months worth of laundry, and I'm out of baskets. Now I'm using big cardboard boxes that I got from when I get containers shipped to me.
Mhm.
And so it's like, what am I doing? What am I 12?
Oh,
Let's get to work. Like, get your
yeah.
house in order so you can think clear.
Remind me to talk about clamshells.
Clam.
So
Yeah, so I did hit them up, by the way. Yeah, for
I didn't use them.
parking lot.
What's that?
We'll put it in the parking lot. That's what we
Put
used
what?
to say in corporate America. Clamshells.
Clamshells.
Put
Yeah.
it in the
Oh,
parking lot. We'll
talking
discuss
about it.
later.
Yeah. I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget. But yeah, but
I got you.
we are sort of beholden to the business with greens, right? Because when they're ready, they're ready. And one of the things I've been working on to get myself organized is my actual planting schedule. Okay.
Yeah.
And I've been failing. So what's been happening is this. So we have the baby, and it's just her and me, right? And she does the harvest and the packaging and coordinates orders. And I do all the other, stuff, which is nothing. No, I plant, I do all the heavy lifting. I bring all the shit up here. I do almost all the deliveries if possible. So I do all that. And then I do all the accounting and all that happiness. So, I've been planting kind of when I have time, and then I lose track of the fact that blows up her world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now it's like one of two things happens. I don't plan on the right day, and now like it's Wednesday, and that's supposed to be the day she's not coming here, and fucking broccoli is ready.
Yeah.
and something else. So it's either she has to come over here an extra day and try to coordinate that with, the baby or whatever, because we don't have family here to watch the kid, or I got to cut it, and I fucking hate harvesting. So I'll do it. I just hate it. And then there's those, for us, there's specific crops that we always wash right at harvest because they last longer, and like, so if I cut sunflower, we wash them right away because we wash them in the salt water and it keeps the ends from getting brown, right?
Yeah.
Broccoli or something like that can just go right in the fridge and she can wash it when we need it. But we also aim to harvest day of. That's our goal all the time. So like, I gotta get my shit together. And the other day I went and I took my list, my harvest or my planting list. There we go. I probably should have uploaded this shit. And on the back side of this, I have notes from last week's stuff that is, DTM. Man, this is tough with a backwards ass camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Days to maturity. So I have my list, right, of like peas are taking 10 days right now. And as a microgreens grower, this stuff changes as seasons change, and
Absolutely.
you can only climate control so much. But I got to get that shit down because it's blowing up the rest of our schedule and our life, And what I really want to do now that I have a child is have a day off to go do family things once a week. Before, I didn't really care. I was like, man, whatever, I'll just work on my day off. But
yeah, now, but now it's up to you to make that happen.
Yeah.
I put on my big boy pants and I have to put this together.
And it does fall 100% on me, because if I miss like Saturday, this happened Saturday. Saturday, I was supposed to plant cilantro because the timing works out so that it's ready the Thursday before our deliveries on Friday. And I only planted half because I ran out of time. And so the other thing I'm trying to do is get home before midnight, because the mistake that us microgreens growers make that grow indoors and also have a small farm outside is that all we've done is figure out how to fucking farm 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. 365 days a year.
Yeah. So it's like, I'll, and then when the days start getting longer, you want to work outside longer, right? And all of a sudden it's 8:00 and you haven't come over to or you haven't done your indoor, maintenance or whatever you got to do, watering and stuff like that. Yeah. And now and maybe planting. And now you're coming in from outside at 8:00. You've worked all day. And now you have 6 fucking hours of work to do indoors. And for me, it's an hour to leave my house and get here because it's a half hour to drive. But really, what do you do? I finished working. I'm just going to jump right in the car and drive over. No, like, and there's always a stop to make because we need something or whatever. So I get here and settle in. It's 10:00. I've got 6 hours of work to do. I'll see you at 4 a.m. And it's like, I gotta stop that.
No, because especially, so multiple factors why. I'm guessing it when your sleep is all fucked up, that really fucks with your diabetes.
Yeah, big time. Because then I eat wicked fucking late.
Yeah.
And then I go to bed.
Your world up.
Yeah. Right after I eat, and then I wake up, my blood sugar is 220.
Yeah, I'm finding myself doing the same thing, and I'm ready to plant this day, or so. Like today, I thought I needed to plant.
Yeah,
but then I just switched soil. So, and this is like I started using Happy Frog. So when you switch soil, the timing is I actually think I'm gonna get. I went to the grow shop. I ended up knowing the guy who is in charge of soil and stuff, and he was trying to start an aquaponics thing back when I was getting started. And so it was cool to see Steven, and he was excited to work with me. And I was like, yeah, we got to get together again. And so I got I was getting the open bags. They give me 15% off. So
yep,
for what I'd pay for 6 bags from Ted, I got for $20 less pretty much. So it's
nice.
It's going to save me a bunch of money. It's not, I don't think it gets me to the finish line as quick, but I don't necessarily think that's the issue. It's figuring out a planning schedule. The girlfriend got pretty upset with me. Well, actually last week too, I had a good talk with Brock, my delivery guy. And Brock, I asked him because he was thinking about maybe doing this bread thing. And I said, have you talked to him? He's like, no, I'm honestly just hoping that I can just do this. And I was like, well, how many hours a week do you need? And he's like, I need about 10 hours. I'm like, all right. So in my head, I'm like, okay, this isn't a trade labor for housing thing. Like, this is like you have a responsibility. You're trying to help out, provide income for your neighbor, help out your girlfriend and yourself. So how much more money do I need to make? So it's like, all right, dude, just get planting. So like Friday before I left town, the girlfriend and I knocked out, I don't know, like 50 trays. And
Nice.
actually, like I said, we can knock that stuff out quick. I mean, we're doing it in like an hour.
Yeah, when you have two people and you focus better, I
Oh
feel
yeah.
like you don't get you don't
Especially when
at
you're
least
paying
me,
one of
I
those
do.
people a wage. And you're like,
Well,
fuck,
yeah.
the more this takes, the more money this costs me.
Yeah, I remember when I had my first employee, I was trying to teach her how to plant, and I would just start talking about other shit. And then I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm literally paying someone right now to talk to."
You can't do that. Yeah, you can't do that. So
It's terrible.
talking to her, and she's like, I really need us to be like on a schedule. Like if we could do this early, especially the summertime, like then we can be done and I can spend the rest of the day with my daughter, with Lily. And so we're like, okay, yeah, that I'm totally on board with this. She's like, well, why don't we have a set schedule? I'm like, well, we're getting there, but I just changed soil. It's taking longer because of the time of the year for stuff to get done. And it's also there's certain things too. It's like, okay, I have a ton of radish that's not ready yet. I haven't harvested yet. I'm not going to plant it quite yet because all my other shit just it's taking a little bit longer to germinate because it's cold in the basement. And then it's like, okay, I planted way more. I didn't really do the math right in my head. I just was like, I'm going to plant this amount, and I thought it would work out numbers wise. Then I'm looking at my shelves, and I'm like, oh, these are going to be full. And so it was kind of it worked out today because what I harvested was enough to put enough that was ready from germination from what I planted Friday. But we also plant like radish later in the week. So it's like, okay, I'm still figuring out a planting day, but at least I got her here to help me harvest because that's one person harvesting and then getting the tray sprayed out. It's a lot more work for one. It takes way longer than planting. I can do like 7 trays at a time. And by myself, having an extra person will save me about 30 minutes.
Yep.
But when I'm harvesting, it saves me about 2 hours.
Yeah.
So, because she's carrying stuff outside, dumping it in the back, bringing trays down, spraying them out, and I'm like trying to figure out what's going on. Man, this whole when do we want to talk about fuel costs? Because
well, yeah. Do you want to segue into that mess?
yeah, we can't talk about clamshells now.
Yeah. So I get well. It's related. It's all expenses, right?
Yeah.
I had mentioned in the last show to use Splico.
They sent me a
SPL.
quote, and that was way higher with shipping than I
Yeah,
expected.
they were I was looking for personally because I needed so I use a craft cardboard number 8 size container for my home delivery people because
Oh,
it's
you use a cardboard container.
just for home delivery people.
That's
Um
nice though. It's biodegradable, and
yeah,
people will like that.
it's wax coated, but still it's cardboard, you know. But
Yeah.
we really like what the results we got with shelf life. We started using them at the farmers market a couple years ago because like plastic clamshells are, I think, I want to say the cardboard was like half the price. Okay.
Yeah.
The only downside, obviously, is then they can't see the product in the container, right? So we put cardboard containers in our fridge at our farm stand, and it's like someone comes along and they like want to open it and look at it, right? So it's kind of a balancing act. But with our home delivery people, they know what they're getting. They don't give a shit if it's in a cardboard container. And our shelf life trials for the cardboard craft containers they were great. They were actually better. And I think it was just because there's just natural good ventilation in there, you know. But anyway, so I was going to get a case of those, and I was going to get, I think, 4 cases of plastic because I needed 32 ounces for sampling, which is the majority of our clamshell use. And then I needed a case of 64 ounces, right? So they didn't have the Gen Pack in stock, but they had the other brand. They were a
Yeah.
little bit more. They're like maybe $5 more a case, which is fine. But then they sent me the quote, and it was $100 and something for shipping.
It was
And
it was pretty much the same price as Websteront.
yeah, and I couldn't do it. So you know what I did? I did my thing. I opened 900. I put AD64 because that's the product number in Google, and I
Yeah.
opened 700 tabs. Right click open for every vendor that had it. You
Yeah.
know, and
Where
then
did you find anywhere?
I did. You know where I found them? Evil Amazon.
Dude, Amazon, but it's taking forever.
I got them fast. Hey, let me show you what I got.
Did you get the darts?
No, I use Genpack if I can.
Yeah, I like the
And
Genpack too. The dart, I don't like the plastic. Cuts my fucking fingers half
the
the
dart
time.
is chintzier, I feel like. And
it's more expensive because of the lock thing.
yep, I'm going through my my
Let me see
purchase
here.
history, which I'm going through my purchase history for Amazon, which always makes me a little sick to my stomach. Yes, I have like a problem.
Remember how I said I found those for really cheap on Amazon? It was like
Oh, I ordered
$100.
32s.
Yeah.
Well, let me show you what I like. I like
I'll
these.
show you what I ordered and it still is yet to
I
come.
really like these for samples. These Genpack 8032F. Now the F is for domes. I don't know why that's a thing. The F is for domed lid, and as you can see, it's got this extra height on the lid.
I like that.
Yeah, it's great. Now they make a 64. Let me see if it comes up. They make a 64 with a dome lid too. Yeah, see, nothing comes up. But let me go back. Genpack 8064. Yeah. Is that it right there? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you ordered, and that's why it's
typically
taking.
what I get. Yeah, but it's taking so long. Like
So
it's free
they're
shipping.
saying so $97 a case though. I feel like that's really expensive.
No, that's
No?
actually a great deal today.
Really? See, I didn't need them. So I got the 32s. I needed 32s. As you can see, I ordered 4.
Yeah, so I
But the
ordered
32s were only 57. So I don't know if
actually I don't know if I ordered the Genpack because I don't think they had it in stock at the time. I might have got this other one and it's taking forever.
man.
Let me see if I can find the order. It says it's gonna arrive tomorrow. Yeah, so I got this. Actually, it's not the Genpack. I normally get the Genpack. It's K-Rart. I'm gonna send it to you in the chat here.
I could screen share you if you want.
Yeah, actually, hold on. Let me
Go ahead and
my
hit that.
screen share.
Let me know when you're ready there.
I am ready.
All right, there you go.
So this is what I got, and it's just taking forever. Like I purchased it February 21st.
Oh wow. Yeah.
And it still hasn't arrived.
Can you do a different view of that? Do that top view.
This one?
Yeah. Oh, that's not a bad container. Is that a
No.
is that a remove? Oh no, that's a clamshell.
Yeah. Oh no, the lid comes off, but I think it tears off.
How much were they?
It was I think it was like $100 for 200.
Okay.
But every time I order something I got that when I got the darts the last time.
Yeah.
But then it's okay, yeah, so see all buying options.
Damn it, I think I deleted the
109. So it's like 109.99.
Ooh, man, it's getting so much. It's getting, I don't know. I know plastics are up. I get it.
But see, Genpack for me right here, it says 138.
Ooh. Oh, that's
Do I need to switch to Amazon Business?
Oh, maybe.
Pay the money.
Maybe.
Save
oh, yeah.
29%.
Business price. You save $40.80.
I'm gonna have
Holy
to
crap.
look,
I'm gonna throw mine up. Look, check it out.
Yeah.
See? Look right here. Business price. Save $40.80. Man, you might have been.
So I'm gonna have to get the.
Hey, what's that? What's your what's that called? That other one? I want to see if I get a better price on that
thing.
Say it again.
Here, I'll send you the
spell it.
K-A-R-K Carart.
K-A-R. I have it right here.
Karart.
K-A-R-A-R-T. This is great pod.
This is great pod. People can see what we're. Hey guys, can you not complain about containers? I'm trying to give you guys the life of an urban farmer right now.
Okay, I see it, but I don't see a price. Are they no
Go to
longer
see buying
available?
options.
Oh, okay.
And then it tells you.
$109.99. $109.99. Free delivery March 17th to 22. JRW Trading. I wonder where they're out of. Let's
They don't have very good reviews.
Let's Google them. Let's do that. This could be fun. This is great. Woo! What an excellent show. So anyway.
So the price of fuel, so it just hit $4 a gallon today in Ohio.
Yeah.
And last week, I was filling up for $2.67.
Yep.
And now it's all the way up like $1.20.
So a week ago, I took hang on. Sorry. Nice. I had a barrel guy on his way doing self-serve. A week ago, I was buying gas at BJ's Wholesale. So my oh my God, stutter. I feel like Joe Biden. My trick with gas is I joined this wholesale club here, BJ's Wholesale. They're around. You can find them.
We don't have them here anymore. We just have Costco and Sam's.
Oh, we talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I get 10 cents off a gallon just for being a member. And then I get 10 cents more by using their stupid credit card. And then I get points for groceries. So like last month I bought like $180 worth of groceries. I paid $100. So I use that card for literally everything though.
Yeah.
So, anyway, yesterday their regular price was $3.85 or no, $3.80. And today it's $3.95 because I'm looking at their app right now that tells me the price. Last week I bought like 3 or 4 things in the store that gave me an extra 10 cents off a gallon up to 30 gallons because they do that too.
Yeah.
But obviously you run out of money eventually buying shit just to get money off gas. So you can't do that forever. So I bought 30 gallons at like $2.50 or something last week. And I just put it in cans and I have that as like supply backup at the house because I run a lot of small engines. But I paid $3.50, I want to say, 5 days ago or something like that. Like it was like Tuesday night after my delivery route. I filled up the van and it was like $3.50 and I was kind of annoyed. And then the next fucking day it was more. No, I paid $3.20 something, I want to say, on Wednesday night. And the next day it was $3.50 or $3.60. And then I went, I'm going to hold off and filling up other vehicles. And then the next day it was $3.85 and today it's $3.95. And that's at the cheapest place available. We're well over $4 a gallon in the normal places here.
Yeah,
I drove by a canary in the coal mine.
Cheapest place.
I drove by an inexpensive place, a Cumberland Farms, that should be relatively inexpensive. Usually they're about 10 cents less than everybody, but they're 24 hours. And I drove by them at 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning a couple of days ago, and they were already over 4. They were like $4.30 for non-member. And if you join their stupid thing, you get 10 cents off. And that was like, I was like, uh-oh, that's a canary in the coal mine gas station. That means tomorrow all the other gas stations are going to be $4.10 to $4.30,
So there's still one gas station in town where the gas is $3.09. So I'm gonna go there tomorrow and fill up.
$3.09.
Yeah, and then it has like so Sheetz will also do like this 88, so it's like 15% ethanol. And
I can't find 88. Yeah,
it's a little bit less. So that's right now the 88 is it's $2.84.
Anything with a 2.
Yeah,
my cheapest option right now is going to be $3.85 with my credit card. That's going to be the cheapest option I have. So it's like $1 more almost. And I'm doing 600 miles. I did the math. So I do 26 miles a day to and from the grow room, right? And Friday, my delivery route's about 280 miles. and Tuesday my delivery route's 260. So whatever it ends up being, all I know is I did the math, and my weekly gas bill, or no, sorry, monthly gas bill is going to be 560 now. So it's what I pay to lease the grow room. You know, it's going to crush shit. That's my biggest concern about the gas price thing, is that it's going to snowball, and people are going to stop going out to eat because they're going to have less money. Because so like fucking everything goes up in cost when gas prices go up. Obviously, all your groceries, everything. So people are going to have less money because they're going to be paying more for everything. So they're going to have less disposable income to go out to restaurants, and then we're fucked. Not so, because not only are we paying more for fuel, but then we're going to lose sales.
Yeah, it's it makes me really angry, man. Like
Me too.
if Bo Jiden just made it so we could drill in the United States again, we go back to putting our boys to work on the pipelines. Like,
yeah, I'm not an economic expert, but I know one thing, that
it would
a lot
solve
of
our
the
problems.
well,
It solve all of our problems.
the prices were high before this because, you know, he limited all the stuff with his fucking day one regulations and bullshit with his fucking pipe dreams, and speculators drive the price up at that point. That's where the big issue is, right?
Yeah.
Really, we should have been at like 270 for like where I live. Okay. And we should have went up to where it was when I was angry 3 weeks ago. Right.
Yeah.
Right now, because of a war. I understand if there's a fucking war in Europe, we're going to have higher gas. I get it. You know, I think it's dumb that we have this problem because we can be energy independent, and the fucking Orange Man had that going.
Orange Man did.
I never was a person that blamed a president for anything, the price of anything, until the last one. And he got credit to me, and this one gets full blame.
Dude, this is it's just out of control, and I don't know. It's so tone deaf to me. It's like you act like you want to represent the working class, man, and that's fucking us. We're small business owners. We're working class, and all this is doing is, I mean, it's like so many people went broke during Rona, and then it's like, so what are we gonna do to just really break their back? We're gonna smash them with 7% inflation. Oh yeah, then we're gonna instigate a war. A proxy war. Oh, and guess what? We're gonna do it with a country that we just start buying our oil from because we're trying to look good and save face. So we're gonna shut down pipelines.
Yeah.
And it's just like, look, man, like I don't like being oil dependent. I really don't. But unfortunately, we don't really have any fucking alternatives. Like,
well, and that's the fantasy is, well, right, because their fantasy, I think, is we can get gas prices so high that people will have to switch to electric or something, which is its own fucking problem.
It's not affordable.
But it's like,
we don't have a grid that can even support it.
Yeah, what am I supposed to do? Go out and drop $60,000 fucking dollars on a new car?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, let me just shit 60 grand. You know, like
the cost of new used cars has gone up 40%. I mean, it's
that's a good point.
It's just like, for a guy who's struggled to get his cars fixed, when I went from having 3 vehicles to no vehicles in the matter of like 2 months. And I mean, largely because of my own bad decisions, but still, you know, the market before allowed me to just go get another car that worked for $1,000.
Yeah.
But now it's like I had to pay $5,500 for a car that still needs work, that I'm like desperately need to probably take in soon. Otherwise, it could be a way worse problem. And it's like, where do I find the time? But it's gonna have to be like, yo, I just need to get this car fixed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm probably gonna do that on Wednesday.
Yeah, I turned into like a maintenance lunatic like 3 years ago, I would say, when it came to vehicles. And I'm just like, the minute there's a squeak, I'm like, okay, let's get that fixed now. Like
I do that all the time, but it was just like
shit happens.
My backup car, it's got some weird problems because it's a 2001 Ford.
Yep.
And it's just, you know, I can only expect my mechanic to try to fix my shit boxes so many times before they're like, I'm tired of doing this bullshit.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So I am I'm angry, man. I'm angry, and I'm angry that, you know, most people just either turn into Rupert Murdoch TV or MSNBC or soon John Malone TV at CNN, and then or the CIA network with CBS, but it's just like, like you are parroting opinions, and wow, they all unified quick to like
Yeah.
talk about the Ukraine,
Yeah.
and
Once there's a war, they all are, they
yeah,
fucking
it's like
love
the
it.
US
Yeah.
military complex said, "Oh, wait, we want to get paid off COVID now.
Yeah.
These big pharma companies, they've been making enough money. Now it's our turn."
Yeah. Yeah. It's
And here we
ridiculous.
are.
Here
And
we are. It's going to be on our backs.
it's
It already is.
where are we paying for this stuff, man? It's just
Yeah.
like, everybody who wants to take guns away from us, they can't wait to arm Ukrainians with
Yeah.
AK-47s, where it's just warlords that
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
going to war and killing each
They're
other,
arming gangs. Yeah.
arming gangs to go kill each other, but you really pretend like you care about the Ukrainian people that you don't even know.
Yeah. It's
Get the
absurd. I
It
mean,
is, and it's just like, can I just grow microgreens and like be able to have like, I mean, I'm already living in like one of the murder capitals of Columbus, and I can't even get gas for less than $4 a gallon. Like, thank God I live in murder capital, so I can try to make this business work.
yeah. Yeah. No, I'm with you. I mean, it's like all the average person wants to do is do
Be
the
left
job,
alone.
do the job, whatever it is, work for yourself, work for a company, whatever,
Yeah,
and
I mean,
fucking have a good life, like have a family. It's pretty goddamn simple. And then you get these manipulative cocksuckers at the top that ruin it. And
and these are
it's
problems.
everywhere. It's like the I have a lot of opinions and they're pretty well
Most
backed up.
farmers do. That's why we
And
started this show.
yeah, and I don't want to go too crazy deep into politics, but the fucking reality is this war is 100% our fault, except for the part where Russia actually invaded.
Yeah,
Okay. Other than that part, we fucking did this. Okay. And all people in this country and probably all people in Russia and all people in Ukraine want to do is fucking live their lives, but we elect these fucking leaders
lunatics.
and they fuck everything and for themselves. And it's like, but it doesn't matter because in November or whenever the hell we vote for these clowns, everybody will fall right back in line,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
think it's
and
too like the
it
thing
doesn't really make a difference.
the conversation I keep having to myself is, well, am I doing 100% what I can control? And
Yes.
the answer is no. We started the show out with it. We're
Yeah.
not starting on a schedule. And I think a lot of it is probably like subconsciously we are angry because it's like we've
Yeah.
been working our asses off to have our businesses. We've already had all of our money stolen from us once from our great leader governors by telling all of our customers they were non-essential.
Hmm.
Then now we're like getting back to the speed of things, and they're fucking with things to
Yep.
intentionally make the price of gas go up.
And it's lined up exactly with when our businesses come back because this is the
Mask
week. Like
mandates they're pretty much gone.
I
and
just did
we
this.
go to war.
I just did this. Like, and I don't know how visible that is to the screen, but this is my week last week. We broke $2,000 again. That's what we try to do. 1,500 in greens, 500 in resale. That's what we try to do. And I knew it was coming. Oh, I'm trying to couldn't figure out where the mouse was.
No, you're fine. I actually want to pull up my QuickBooks to see.
We knew that was
What
coming.
report is that?
That's that's a custom report from on my end, but it's
just weekly
sales by product service summary report.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me see.
But we, so we came back last week just as expected. And actually we came back a little early. We had the weeks after Valentine's Day for us were good. We were real close. We did like 1,700 the week before. That's not expected.
We had the Arnold's open to the public for the first time in 2 years. All this stuff started 2 years ago. Arnold's is always a big time of the year for me because all my restaurants get busy because all the bodybuilders and athletes come in town. They go out to eat. It's right near the convention center.
Yeah.
It wasn't as big of a week, I think, but it was still like steady. And it was still a busy week. Like, what pipeline? There's the Keystone. There's multiple pipelines, Kenny.
Yeah, I'm not going to pretend to know enough about the market to be able to name the pipelines.
Honestly, there's so many. They laid off 8,000 people the first day in office that Joe Biden was there. My family works for, my bias. My family are inspectors for the oil company.
I mean, let's face it. Any level of regulation on an industry like that's onerous is going to make the price of whatever that is go up. I mean, everybody's not everybody. Sorry, let me edit that. A lot of people have this fantasy that if they just put an extra onus on an industry or a business to accomplish something, whatever that may be, that that industry is going to just like what fucking eat the cost. That's never going to happen. It's the cost ends up passed down to the consumer every time. So you can do like, you really want to pay things off or you really want to get somewhere with government, you're either going to pay directly in taxes or you're going to pay directly through inflation or you're going to pay directly through products you buy. And that's it. And that's why I was against tariffs with Trump. It was like, people are like, oh, well, look, it was successful. I don't know. Maybe in some metrics it was successful, but things went up in price and the American people paid the price,
We
so
always pay the price.
it doesn't matter what the regulation is. We're going to pay the price. And I mean, I say, like, do you think the business is just going to eat it? The only instance in which the business is going to just eat it is people like us in this kind of a business. I can't go up in price because I'm already balancing a thin line where I might not have sales anyway. So I can't go up.
Your prices compared to mine are quite a bit higher. Like you are above the big boys, and I am
on specialty crops. I am.
Yeah.
I'm actually lower with like if you want like a base blend, I'm lower.
Yeah, and so for specialty crops, that makes sense. I think like I've raised my spreadsheet. Yeah,
it's not my spreadsheet, unfortunately.
I'm trying to get my QuickBooks to even load, Kenny Beans. I wish I could show you mine, but here, this is what mine says right now. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, here. Just leave your screen share up and I'll just highlight it when you're ready.
Oh, yeah. That's what mine says. Non-responsive.
Page unresponsive. Wait or give up. That's what it should say.
QuickBooks is great for that. I think it's actually Brave.
Yeah, maybe. Because mine loads right up. So yeah, gas prices suck, but like you said, I like we almost segued beautifully. We can only control what we control. We can't control gas prices. So what are we doing to alleviate the situation, right? On my farm, what I'm doing is I'm not leaving my van idling while I'm delivering, which is something I always do. Like my van will run from the fucking second I leave my house till when I get home when I deliver. It's like 7 hours straight because I'm just not. I don't know. I hate turning it off. Take the key out, jump out, run. I just don't do that. Now I'm turning it off. Okay, that's not going to get me much. I'm driving slower. Yesterday was the first time in my life when I was stuck behind someone doing 30 and a 35 and I didn't care. Okay. So like I talked to the guy that I work with for barrels today and he was out driving his big ass diesel truck with a trailer. That's insane. Doing 60. That guy goes 80 everywhere he goes. He's doing 60. Okay. Maybe that was their goal. I don't know. Because I mean, I don't want to get into conspiracies, but I think it's pretty obvious that since there's such an easy solution to gas prices, there's only one answer. They're fucking doing it on purpose. You know what I mean? Play the stupid. You got to play the stupid or liar game. All right. There's only two options. Are they fucking stupid and they just don't understand how to fix it? In which case they shouldn't be in charge of anything. Or are they fucking lying to us? In which case they shouldn't be in charge of anything. Just get them out. I don't know. Like whatever you got to do, in my opinion, right now. But anyway, sorry, back to solutions. I'm driving slower. I'm turning my car off when I deliver. Those are very minor. We basically eliminated a delivery route today by consolidating. So I go through Portsmouth, then Newburyport, Mass, then down to Boston on Fridays and on Tuesdays. But only one restaurant really orders on Tuesday. So we told them they're going to have to just get Friday now. So, okay, I eliminated, 45 miles off one of my routes, which will be, significant. That'll be $16 or something. I don't know, whatever, a week. No, less than that, but whatever. So we're doing that. But the things we're not going to do is we're not going to add a fuel surcharge to our bill or to our invoices like a lot of distributors do because I just don't like it. And I don't know how to do that because I have customers that are super close to me. I can't justify charging them a fuel surcharge when you're 8 miles from my grow room. Okay. And then I took all of my deliveries to my customers that aren't close to me and divided my added fuel expense by that many deliveries. And it was like $15. And I'm like, okay, I can't add a $15 surcharge to my invoice. That's insane. And I know that like, it's not the full amount, like when you do that. But yeah, it's tough. And then I guess, Kenny Beans here just asked a question. What rig am I using for my deliveries? So I have a little a 2013 Ford Transit Connect van. It gets 24 miles to the gallon, maybe. We also have a Toyota Corolla that gets about 30. And I considered using that, but then I did the math, and I'll pay the extra $12 a week to not be annoyed. So
miles per gallon, sometimes miles per gallon are where it's at, Kenny Beans. Brock runs his 4-cylinder Ford Fusion, and I got my 6-cylinder Ford Escape. I've been driving on the highway, so I get better mileage. I typically hate driving on the highway. I'd rather go the back route, the city roads, avoid traffic, but I'm getting like 25 miles a gallon versus 20. So I actually found those reports. I'm not doing as well as I thought I was.
So let's throw that up.
Yeah, actually. So this is
you. Yep.
Yeah, so this is
So almost 1,000 last week.
Yeah, 1,000 last week. I think the week before I was at 1,000. Oh no, the week before I was at like 2,000. Holy cow!
Oh wow!
Oh
nice.
no, that's wait.
That's 2 weeks. Oh, that's
more than 2
that's
weeks.
That's
like a month.
37 days.
Yeah, so I need to get this number up to about 1,500 a week.
That's where your threshold is. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'd like to be up to like $2,000 a week. That's the main goal.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
I mean, that's where I was. Actually, let's see. I mean, crap. Let's just go back to 2020. What I did in 2020. I mean, yeah, so that was not even a full, so that was like 13. So I'm not too far. That's like 400.
Yeah.
Off.
You're down it's not terrible.
No.
I haven't always used QuickBooks, so I don't think I can pull up 2020. Oh wait, I can
switch.
What's up?
I like QuickBooks. Yeah, so 1,500. Yeah. So I need to get back up to about 1,500 a week.
Oh no, I did use QuickBooks last year.
Yeah.
Let me look. 2021 is QuickBooks. Or wait, what year is it?
And you can see, so my prices were a little bit different back then. So now I do it differently.
What year is it?
Today it's 2020. 2022 this year.
Kind of kidding, but I'm not. Wait, what year is it now? Here we go. Yeah, there we go. So my last year, big difference though for me. So last year, this week, last year was brutal for me this time of the year. Last year, we got our ass kicked until like August or something. I don't remember. It was bad. The whole year last year sucked. 21, the first week of March 2021, we didn't even break 1,000. So we're up $1,000 from last year, which is great. I was Wix the year before. Let me take a look, but I don't know. I don't even know if I have reliable numbers in that thing anymore. But anyway, let's talk about vehicles. Kenny Beans is the only person commenting because he's probably the only person watching. Oh no, it says 4. I was looking at a micro van. They get 35 miles to the gallon. That's very interesting to me. I have 2 things that I require out of a van, and that is I got to be able to not feel like I want to blow my brains out sitting in it. Okay, or a vehicle. I just I'm a big dude. I'm 6'3", I'm 260 pounds. I'm not trying to cram myself into. So for a long time, I was delivering in a 2002 Saturn SL1, and just when I made that switch from that vehicle to this van, it was the best thing ever. Because this van, I put my arms straight up in the air and stretch out. I love it. So, but these microvans look tall. These are Japanese, I think, right?
I think that's what old Curtis Stone has. One of the
Suzuki's
3-cylinder engine ones. Yeah.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting. Used microvans field, Japan part. So I saw a vehicle like this in, let me put that off, in a parking lot, but it had a flatbed on the back and it was miniature. Like, I don't know if I could have ridden in it. It was so small. And the guy that I talked to, he said he had it imported from Japan and that it's not as much as you think to get that done. Now, I'm sure maybe it's a little different right now. Like, I saw this guy in probably the peak of COVID, right? And it's an interesting proposition. I would be open to trying to pull something like this in if I could, get into this for under like 10 grand or something, but I don't know. And I need it to not be a total dumpster fire repair wise. Because I don't have time and money for that. I already have one of those or two of those cars. My truck's already constant. I bought a fucking Dodge. Don't ever buy a Dodge. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, that bad transmissions.
I'll look into this though. It's interesting. I'm looking at them. Let's look at a picture of one. You ready?
Sure.
Want to look at a picture of a micro van? That's not bad. That doesn't look like it would have no leg room, right? Look at this place, Gas Monkey. Talk about market to fucking hipsters.
I don't know, man. That thing looks small.
That's the slider, and I don't know. There could be a lot of room up in the front, but hold on. Is there interior pictures?
All right, so look at the size of that. The height of that door is probably like what, 6'7"?
I don't know. I just can't find any. That doesn't look. I don't know. There's no way for me to figure this out. All right, so the wheels from here to here, that's probably what, a couple of feet? No, 18 inches maybe. Foot and a half.
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
4.
I would say no.
There's no way to.
Those have to be super expensive to fix.
Specs.
Oh, it's Mitsubishi.
1990.
Stay the hell away from that.
1990.
As Steve Harbault says, friends don't let friends drive Mitsubishis.
Oh, does he?
Yeah,
hey, here we go.
Drives one.
Kenny Beans has some feedback here. He says the vans are a bit taller unless you go for the jumbo mini trucks. And then he says the has two sliding doors, fold down the back seats, plenty of storage. Yeah. Well, I mean, my van has that going on. I'd have to sit in one of these. But I don't know, man. They look like they're going to be expensive because this is like look at this one. This is hipster land. Okay. Hang on. Let me share my screen. Oh, no. Add to the screen. There we go. Like, come on. Oh, this is what I saw in the parking lot. Where'd it go? Why did this happen? Why is this website being a douchebag? What did I? Oh, Pinterest. God, I hate Pinterest. This here is what I saw in that parking lot. That was tiny in the front. I don't know. And the ride's got to be the worst. But like, you look at this one, this is like, I don't know. Do they make new ones? Do they, that I guess that's the question.
I think they do make newer ones. But
they must still make them.
But still, at this point, it's like you're going to be on a waiting list, and it's going to be
And then if you buy a new one, it's going to be a ton of money.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we're at an hour. We should probably try to wrap this up here.
Crap.
So
yeah.
Now that I have my sales by product thing, it's easier to track my goals. So I really appreciate this report.
Oh, you didn't know that was there? Nice.
Yeah, and then it's just kind of more so too. Yeah, it's interesting to see what I'm selling a lot of. I mean, like, so I was looking at February. So February, I definitely went up from. I mean, we'll show my sales if you want. February, I definitely went up from January. So February, I was at just under 1,000 a week. January, January was a tough month for me. So I barely did $3,000 that month. So
in January.
Yeah.
This year? We're talking
this year. Yeah, this year.
I mean, I could look at February last year or this year. So the 4 weeks. I wonder if I averaged what I need to average. Oh yeah, we're down. It's like if I'm not doing $8,000 in 4 weeks, we're down. We're down below expectations, and I'm at 6,500 for those 4 weeks. And then January was probably atrocious. We'll go January 3rd. This is good pod.
This is great pod. We're gonna get great reviews.
They just look at computer screens and don't talk about anything.
We're looking at reports. We're looking at reports. Getting in our
oh God, 5,500 in January for me. That's so bad. This is how you lose money in farming, right? But oh, Kenny Bean says you can get them new, but the U.S. only allows you to import them at a certain age. I just want to add in some more commentary. Thanks, Daddy Government.
Yeah.
I appreciate you limiting something that we can't buy otherwise in this country. Like, who's that helping? Ford? I'm not going to buy another Ford Transit van that's new because they come with turbochargers now, and I don't buy anything with a turbocharger because I'm not interested in it wearing the fuck out way faster than it should. So,
We're not delivering illegal moonshine.
Anyway, yeah. Well, they put
it looks like
they put a little 4-cylinder in it and turbocharge it so they can get what they need to get for horsepower. And my van has a little 4-cylinder in it, but it doesn't have a turbo, and it's fine. But so I only buy 2013 and older Ford Transit vans, basically. But so what are your just I know I went over my adjustments for fuel prices. What do you got going on?
Well, I got to make sure Brock has more. Yeah, I like doubled in February of 2020 when I did this last February. That's okay. We're getting there.
Oh, February before everything blew up. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was at like 6,300 for the month.
Yeah, I've looked at these numbers before. I don't remember.
And then so anyway,
So what do you
I mean, my goal is really just to make sure I have sales for Brock.
He's your delivery guy.
Yeah. Make sure I'm getting it so when he's doing deliveries, they're all in the same location. So I've been staying on top of that, making sure I have product. I messed up. My cilantro sales did really well, and I sold a bunch, and I missed a planting of cilantro, and then it's like now they're behind, and this crop doesn't look as good as the last one. So I'm leaving money on the table, and that's something I hate to do. So I mean, that was one of those things that you were talking about. So
if you don't, that's why I try to stay on the schedule, and I try to plant extra, so that doesn't happen. I get like furious with myself if we could have sold arugula and I'm just an asshole and didn't plant it.
Yeah. Because you're just leaving money on the table and you're only hurting yourself.
It's brutal. So you're going to try to have enough product to sell, and then trying to group orders. That's a good idea. Like
I need to get home delivery stuff. I need to get that website going.
Yeah.
I'm filling up my room and I'm just going to fucking sell.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my plan. Like
so you do that. You plant a fucking ton of shit and you just try to sell it. But you have the
that's the new plan right now.
You have the company, right? The produce company or something?
I have they're not. I hit them up today. I think it's kind of weird. I think it was picking up from February, but I don't know if gas prices or what, but it went from it looking like, oh man, we're getting back to where we were. Let's jump on this to it's a little bit of a lull right now, but it's early March. So March usually picks up. I mean, we got March Madness coming up, so people are going to go out. People are going to get over it. I mean, gas was this high back in like 2014.
No, 14?
Was it 15?
The last time I remember gas being like this 13. Was Katrina in 2005.
No, I remember gas being like $4 a gallon, like during, I think 2013.
That would have been Obama.
Yeah, during Obama.
Well, do you remember why? Hurricanes again?
I don't know. I know that it came down because of fracking.
Okay.
And U.S. just started producing a ton of oil, so it dropped the price of oil because there was more supply.
Wait, what now? I don't get it. Sorry.
Well, there's a lot more supply available.
Stupid or liar. Stupid or liar. That's all you got to do is every time they do something, you go, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Stupid or liar.
Well, I mean, according to Joe Biden last week, Vladimir Putin invaded Russia. So.
That's why. I know. I love how he blames that fucking war for gas prices that were already like 80 cents higher than they should have been.
But he literally said that Putin invaded Russia.
Oh, did he say? Oh, I missed you.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to that show that we listened to
No
this
agenda. We
week
can
yet.
plug
Yeah,
no
I haven't listened to
agenda.
that yet this week. So I like listening to that on my. I save it for my delivery days. So
Yeah, because it's nice long form.
I can make that show last almost my entire delivery route sometimes because I'll get phone calls and stuff in between. All right, man. Oh, my buddy Duncan's here. He remembers it 410 and 05 or 6. Yeah, so that was 05 October or no, sorry, November, because that was Hurricane Katrina. And I only remember these because in October that year I totaled a car and then I bought my shitty 2005 Dodge Dakota brand new. And then a fucking week later, Hurricane Katrina hit. Okay. And
Yeah.
gas went to like 4 something a gallon.
Yeah, it's $3.79 in December in 2013.
Yeah. Wow. See, I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was like that here. I remember it was $4 a gallon because I wasn't really working.
That's not right. I vaguely remember being at the gas pump. You know what it was? I drove a shitty little 4-cylinder, so I didn't care. I drove that Saturn back then, and I was delivering in that thing, and I was just like, "It is what it is. It's a cost of doing business." But there's a situation where it's a cost of doing business, and then there's a point where it gets so fucking bad, and I think right now it's just because, it's another log on the fire. The fire was already going. Like you said, we're just barely coming and pulling out of the COVID lockdown effect. This month, like I basically a month ago was going, hey, all right, we just got to get through February. Just got to get through, the end of January, February. It's going to be slowish. We're going to have Valentine's Day in there, and that's going to be good. And then once March comes, everything's looking like we should be okay, and business should start picking back up like it did back in 2020 and before, and like because it did pick up in 2020 in March the first week, and then it all went to shit, obviously. But like, you know what I mean? The pattern was always it's going to be slow through the end of like Thanksgiving week, and then it's okay through the first couple weeks of December, and then Christmas week sucks, and then almost all of fucking January sucks, and all of February except for Valentine's week sucks, right? So you basically have about 12, 10 weeks a year in that stretch of winter that are going to be terrible for sales, right? And actually, so one thing I'm doing to counteract that, I'm redoing my budget, okay, to be 43 weeks instead of 53 weeks. So I'm going to take my yearly expenses. All right. So the way I do my budget for the farm and for the house is I'll take my I'll take 20 my last normal year, and I'll so it's hard to take last year's numbers, right? But I'll take 2019 probably. And let's just say I spend, X amount of dollars on soil in a year, and I just divide that by 52, right? Because 52 weeks. And that's what I put aside every week for soil. Okay. So I always have money for fucking soil. Great. Well, the problem is for 10 weeks out of the year, I can't hit that number. I don't make enough money to fill that budget line, right? So I need to subtract those 10 weeks from that calculation. And for 42 weeks a year, I need to, put that money in that account. And then for 10 weeks when I'm not making shit, I don't have to think about it. If I make extra money, it's fucking gravy.
Yeah, it's just it's really tough this year. I mean, what's nice is I am bringing down the cost of soil. We're doing our best to bring down the cost of seed.
Yeah.
So so I think that's the biggest thing I'm doing is where can I save money? Where can I cut costs? And I don't want to do it the sacrifice of my product. But I need to get more sales. So definitely need more sales. Picked up more customers, which is good. Just got to stay on top of those and pick up more. But
yeah, that was I forgot to mention my answer to do I charge a delivery surcharge is no, I have to add one more customer.
Yeah.
Because if I have 7 or 8 restaurants paying me $5 on their invoice for fuel, it's more business friendly, obviously, to just go get one more account.
Yeah.
That's going to spend $100 a week.
Yeah.
And then that's your fucking fuel surcharge. It's covered,
Yeah,
so
it's getting
that's kind of my answer.
it's getting challenging. I mean, hopefully, my existing customers start ordering more.
Yeah, that too.
That's always nice when they do that. When I think that's coming. I mean, I'm noticing more products. I think I should be picking up. I should be picking up a couple more sales of pea shoots. People like pea shoots in the spring. So it's just keep grinding, man. That's my
Yeah.
plan. Like,
It is,
what? I don't complaining is not a good business strategy.
no.
We just got to control the things we can control and keep it moving.
Yeah. Yeah, and on that note, it is pea shoot season. You're right. Every year, I don't do shoots, I do tendrils, but this is when that picks up. Like, a lot of restaurants start ordering pea tendrils now. So if you're out there and you're new, this is the week to start planting extra pea tendrils, probably. Like, if I went and looked at my sales reports, I'm sure that would be up. And then yes, it's like pea tendrils now, and then basil in like 2 months that starts to pick up and goes through summer, that kind of thing. So cilantro full time, all the time, 365 days a year. People want micro cilantro. It's like apparently the greatest thing. I hope it's not just a trend. That would fucking destroy my whole business.
My prices are already higher. If I can get my sales and my volume to be where it was, I'm going to make more money than I ever have.
Yeah.
Still my goal this year. I just got to keep grinding, keep hustling, and can't make excuses, man. I mean, we can get mad, but I mean, if it's not serving us, we just got to keep it moving. I mean, we can have as many opinions as we want about the way our country should be run, but at the end of the day, our opinions really don't fucking matter.
Yeah.
What matters is how we're carrying ourselves as business owners and men, and that's it, man. So, and so hopefully people got something out of our reports, and we are trying to tighten this up a little bit more. I'm still rusty for podcasting, and John's still kind of new, so we appreciate you guys tuning in. We will make it tighter. I got lost in reports. I'm not gonna lie. John showed me his report, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I was like looking at my numbers.
I could tell, but I kept talking anyway.
Yeah, then I got in my head, and I'm looking at my numbers, and I'm like, "Fuck, man, I got a lot more work to put in. Like, I'm not even close to where I was."
Yeah, I want to put in. I mean, we do have an outline. We'll start working better at sticking to that outline and trying to come up with more content in advance. We didn't do a show last week because I didn't have anything to talk about, and I had been doing my 2020 taxes. Yes, you heard that right. For about 3 days straight. And by the time Monday night rolled around, Monday night rolled around, I was like, abso-fucking-lutely not am I going on and talking.
You were pretty angry.
I was really mad on Monday, and it was I had a little diabetic rage going on, which is a thing. And I also was annoyed I hate working on computers. I hate it. So
me too.
I had to sit there and do all this stuff because Wave accounting, I used to use Wave accounting. I think I have a video out there somewhere telling people how to use it and to use it. Fucked me by taking away their feature, which is you can take a picture of a receipt and it'll auto load things, or you can scan a receipt and it'll auto load information. They just took that away. And then I lost some data because of that. So I had to go through that entire fucking old system and re-enter information and go through each month and make sure everything on my checklist was available and reload I had to enter a ton of shit. It was awful. So now I'm on the QuickBooks. Wave accounting's free, so that's nice. But be warned, every time Wave accounting updates their system, it makes their entire fucking system worse. It's one of those.
Whenever you use something free, you just always know you get what you pay for.
Yeah, I know. We just started with it. And then
I started with QuickBooks, and I would leave QuickBooks if I could. But I have 6 years of data in there.
Yeah. QuickBooks annoys me at $25 a month for what we do it's quite a bit.
And we can't set up to take, like, in our vertical market, we can't set up to take payments. It wouldn't let me, and then they want to take like 3% anyway.
Oh yeah. Well, payments through your accounting program is always overpriced.
Yeah.
Wix did it with me, and it was like I was paying them far too much money. And I was like, this is bullshit. So people be like, oh, can you email me an invoice and I'll just pay it? And I'd be like, I'd rather figure out some other way.
Hey, was I getting mail the last show?
What?
Was I getting mail?
Mail?
Yeah.
Like at your
So
house?
my checks started coming in.
Oh,
But
I
then
think you.
my mail stopped coming. I did get some mail, but I still have like a check out there
Oh, you didn't
supposed to
mention this.
come last week. Oh yeah, that's been the new thing. It's a great time. Then everyone's like, well, why don't you get a PO box? I'm like, well, I
Oh,
never had this problem for the last 6 years. Usually the
yeah,
mail works great.
yeah. That's interesting. I have a great mail service where I live. I got to tell you, like every delivery, anything that comes to my house is fantastic.
My mailman's great, but if he wants a day off, nobody does his route. So if he takes a
What?
week vacation,
What?
dude,
What the
it
fuck? What do you live in
it's
Canada?
no, it's so I live in the hood. It's just infuriating.
That's
And
insane.
now I'm like, it said check and closed on the one I can't find. So it's like,
Uh,
did somebody steal it?
maybe,
Or
but good luck cashing it.
yeah, it's to a business. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not.
that happened. Recently, I had a customer that called me and said I had 3 checks that went to you in a big package of checks that I took to the whatever, and it was someone stole them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, all right, man. Let's wrap it up. We're gonna do a little short this week, hour and 10. Next week we'll come back with some more content. I think next week a good topic to get away from all these fucking situations. If we're all still here next week, to get away from all these situations and rant possibilities that nobody watching a microgreen show really probably wants to hear about. We should maybe talk marketing because I have a lot of things
Yeah.
on my mind that I've been failing to do for the entire length that I've been in business. Basically, I'm a great face-to-face marketer.
Same.
Okay. I guess maybe the better word is advertising. Okay. I'm a great face-to-face marketer where I walk in with samples and sell my product, right? I fail in every other way. Okay. And I have a lot of ideas that I never get around to. And maybe I can share those ideas next week and we can
We
go
can
from there.
I think we should start adding some accountability to the show.
Yeah, probably.
I think that'd be nice. Like that was something that worked well when I did that show with Scott when he was still a farmer. Um I need accountability because I always just
What do you have in mind?
I mean, number one, we both want to be on a schedule for planting. So I think maybe next week we should come back to that and say what did we do differently
Oh, you
to
mean
try to
like so this week we talk about something and then next week we report back and say this is what I did to fix it.
yeah.
Okay. I thought you meant accountability as far as actually doing the show.
Oh, well, yeah, that's the number one accountability we should have. It's just like doing the show.
Yeah, there's
But
that.
I think, Monday, I think things are starting to like be less chaotic for both of us. And we're understanding that we need to be putting out content.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, thanks for doing this show with me and coming up with this idea, John. And thanks for chiming in and participating live. We really appreciate you.
Hey, let's throw in a keyword before we sign out. The keyword for this week is going to be, and this makes me sad to say it, Kitazawa.
Yeah. I was going to say clamshell.
Okay, let's do clamshell. The keyword for last week should have been Kitazawa.
Should have been Kitazawa.
Yeah.
We forgot about that.
Clamshell.
And then we did an off-air podcast for another 2 hours and we just shit on various people on the internet.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. It should have been that would have been a better show. But
Drew and I discussed. I'm very against doing this show. Drew really wants to do this show where we watch other people in the businesses' YouTube videos where they're just blatantly selling bullshit too, by the way, and shitting all over it.
Well, just there were certain things that we saw. It was like, does this guy even work on his farm?
There was a lot of that.
There was a lot of that. And then there was we're just going to try to sell courses. And then we're like, wait, we know where this guy lives. How much money is he really making selling that stuff at that price?
Yeah. So this person had very inexpensive greens, lived in a very high cost area on the East Coast, and it made no fucking financial sense whatsoever. Unless he for somehow was getting like a free space to grow,
which he could have been. Even then, like his stuff looked like it was way too old.
And his shit was leggy.
Yeah, it was super leggy.
And then his processes were fucking strange and like unnecessary. A lot
Did a
of it.
good job but he did a good job of acting like it was necessary to
Yeah.
like the layman who is just trying to get ready to get ready.
Well, yeah, that's what. That's why I get annoyed, because if you don't know what you're doing and you watch YouTube videos to try to learn it, I
Yeah.
think that's an important way to be able to learn in our modern age. But there's so many bullshit artists out there, you know, and it all seems to be perpetuating from one source.
Yeah.
But we don't
We
need
don't
to get
want
into
to.
that either.
I don't necessarily want to poke that bear yet, but I
Me either.
should. Neither of
Me
us
either.
really want to poke the bear because it's not professional to do.
Yeah.
However, a part of us just think fuck it. So anyway,
Yeah. Part
we
of us
enjoyed the
think,
show.
fuck it,
We're glad we
'cause
got to tease you with
I
that.
am
Maybe we'll
I
do
am
a
not one to
paywall
pull
show.
punches.
I would like to do a paywall show where we shit on people.
Maybe I have a Patreon.
I do too, but I don't fucking post anything there. So
Yeah.
anyway, we're dragging out this end. Guys, thanks for tuning
Oh
in.
my God, 10 minutes of bullshit.
Yeah, 10 minutes of bullshit.
All right, thanks everybody. Oh, I thought you were going to say goodbye. Go ahead.
Oh, goodbye. I said goodbye.
It's a perfect ending.